Hey everybody, Matt here with Patriot Comics. Welcome to today's video. So I've been going on Facebook Marketplace a lot lately, searching for comic books. I'm looking for more collections to buy, as well as just finding some cool comics to add to my own personal collection. And I've noticed an interesting trend when it comes to the pricing of these comics. I don't know if this is just in my area locally, or if this is similar around the country. Definitely let me know down in the comments. So we're going to head over to Facebook Marketplace, see any of the current listings, and kind of dive into some of these that I've found that are a little outrageous when it comes to their pricing. I'm not sure where they are getting the values for their comic books. I'm assuming a lot of these people are not actual comic book collectors or comic dealers. Maybe they just think they have something that is worth a lot more than they are actually worth. So let's go over to Facebook Marketplace, take a look at what is available and some current listings, and look at those interesting prices. So here is my local listing on Facebook Marketplace when I searched keyword comic books. And there are so many listings. There are quite a few. There's some modern stuff, some Silver Age, some Bronze Age, a lot of 80s and 90s fluff. There is one collection that we'll take a look at that is for sale, but the pricing is just a little strange to me. So let's dive into a few of these particular listings and kind of see what they're offering, read the descriptions, and then take a look at the price, and we can make some assumptions after that. But definitely let me know down in the comments, what do you think about these different listings? Do you see this in your area as well? Do you even look on Facebook Marketplace for comics and comic collections? I've been looking lately just because I did have some pretty good luck with that huge collection that I just bought. I did find that on Facebook Marketplace, and I got a great deal. There was a lot of great books, and I'm almost finished selling the entire collection, and I've kept quite a bit for my own personal collection as well. So let's take a look at some of these particular listings and see what they have to offer. So this first listing says 1970 and 1980 comic books. See photos, Hulk, Thor, Avengers, Star Trek, more. 98% higher grades. It's kind of a confusing title, but we'll keep going. The price says $700. Marked down from $800, so it's actually on sale. Kind of interesting. I'm not sure where they're getting that value from. Let's take a look at the description and see what they say about these comic books, because I just see a lot of run filler. 98% of them would grade probably 9.0 or higher. Okay. Obviously, CGC makes up their own mind what you're going to send them out, but you're going to make money if you get them graded. Well, that's another confusing sentence, and thanks for the investing advice. All different comics and brands, including Titans, Thor, Star Trek, Captain America, Avengers, Conan, Omega Men. Lot of hard-to-find items from 40 and 50 years ago. Well, I'm not sure those are hard-to-find comics. Honestly, it looks like stuff that I find in dollar bins all the time. Maybe there's some $3 to $5 books in there, but it looks like a lot of 80s and 90s run filler. A little bit of fluff. I'm not sure where they're getting the $700 value. I didn't see any keys. Nothing really jumped out. There might be more that's not in the pictures, but these are the only photos that were provided, and I just don't understand the $700 price. Let's see, what else does this description say? Considering all offers and pickup, blah, 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 would prefer not to ship just so that you can see them before you buy them, but see photos for accurate representation. And honestly, I see a bunch of comics that are not bagged and boarded, and they're laying on somebody's floor. That's really all I see, and I see a lot of stuff that I find in dollar bins. Like I said, maybe $3 to $5 max retail for some of the books. Maybe for some of the Bronze Age stuff, which it didn't look like there was too much Bronze Age. A lot of copper stuff. What else does it say? No texting. I can mail, and I'll take cash on pickup or PayPal for mailing. No money, or no holds. Money talks. So very interesting. But let's take a look at this next listing. The title says Selling Whole Collection, and the price $34,000. That's a lot of cheddar. All right, let's read the description. Selling remainder of my comic collection. I just sold 22 long boxes of dollar bin books. The remainder that you see here are the better stuff, the runs, the premium books. Do I have a list, ? Not really. I did input into Key Collector the issues that are in their catalog, and that value comes to about $53,000. Well, let's stop right there. And, I do personally use Key Collector to find different keys and different runs. And I do look at a rough estimate of pricing, but Key Collector is all over the place when it comes to pricing. You really need to check, other options, eBay sold listings, Go Collect, other ways to find actual current pricing. But I digress. Let's keep going. This is only about $1,800 books out of thousands. I think it meant to say 1,800 books out of thousands, maybe, something like that. I'm moving soon and just don't have the energy or the space in my new soon-to-be home. Seeking $1,000 a box. I guess $1,000 per long box. Hopefully not $1,000 per short box. But what else? It says it's well with it to the right collector. Probably well worth it. Let's see, what else? If you would like to FaceTime so you can see what I have before you take the trip, we can do that. Then you'll see how great it is. All right, so a little confusing, a little vague in the description. Also a little boastful about how wonderful the collection is. There is the only one photo, and it's the photo you see here. There are, as you see at the top and the bottom, there's some boxes that are like crossed out. I guess those are the ones that he sold, all the dollar bin books. And then I see a handful of boxes here that look very smoke damaged or water damaged. Hopefully the comics are in decent condition because those boxes are really rough. But, a picture is only as good as it is. You really can't judge a book by its cover just from this picture. But $34,000. It doesn't say anything about having, Silver Age keys. It doesn't say anything about having Golden Age. It doesn't say anything really about having, any grails or expensive books. Honestly, I'm just not sure what to think about this. Of course, I guess he wants you to come and look, or he said he'll FaceTime with you to see the collection if you don't want to make the trip out there, which that is a good idea. It's always good to, kind of see what you're getting into before you make a trip out and waste your gas money. But $34,000 for what he says is $53,000 worth of books, according to Key Collector. Plus, there's others that are not inputted into his Key Collector app. But I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. What do you think about this particular listing? Seems a little heavy on the price and a little vague on the description. I actually wanted to message this guy because he actually only lives maybe, 40 minutes, 35 minutes from where I live. And I am actually curious to see what's in the collection. I mean, maybe he has a, some kind of whole box full of grails. I don't know. It could be fun just to go look at. So I'll let you know if I end up going to check out this collection. But let me know down in the comments, what do you think about this listing in general? So this next listing here, title just says comic books. Price, $500. There are 3 pictures on this listing, as you see here. The first one on the left is a Rubbermaid bin with, looks like a stack of comics that are actually bagged and boarded, which is great, and then a stack of comics that are not bagged and boarded. The picture on the top right, we see some graphic novels, and on the bottom right, we actually see 3 pretty good books. If anyone out there like me loves horror comics, you know that Halloween 1, 2, and 3 are, valuable comics. Nothing crazy. I mean, $10, $20, $30, maybe a little bit more if they're very high grade. I believe the one all the way to the right might be a variant cover. But, those are some decent books. But where do they get the $500 value? That is my biggest question. I see in the picture on the left, looks like we have a Star Wars book that looks to be in kind of rough shape. Maybe some other Star Wars books underneath. And then the other stack of books, we see Ghost Rider, which, it's a cool book. Don't get me wrong. But I'm not sure it'll carry more than a $3 to $5 retail value. But $500 for this particular listing. So let's take a look at the description, and it says, various comics available. Some are really good shape, and some not so much. If interested, let me know, maybe something in there for you. Well, once again, we see a very vague description and pretty bad pictures, unfortunately. Of course, we can't, know exactly what's in this collection just by these pictures. We see a couple cool Michael Myers books that have a little bit of value, pretty decent. We see some Bronze Age Star Wars. We see some 90s and 80s Ghost Rider, some graphic novels. There could be a Star Wars #1 in there. You never know. But $500 for this Rubbermaid bin full of comics. Unfortunately, I see this a lot. You see these pictures where it's just obvious that this particular seller has no idea how to properly store comics or to take care of them. They're just shoved in a Rubbermaid bin, and it's just a bunch of random stuff. You don't really know what's in there. The description is very vague, and the price just seems a little high considering just the books that we see in the photos. So just another listing to show an example of how Facebook Marketplace is a little crazy when it comes to the pricing, and I just wish people would put a little bit better descriptions and better photos. Let me know what you think about this listing down in the comments. Let's check out the next one. So this next listing, the title says, lot of 40 rare comics. And that word gets me every time. I see this so often in these Facebook Marketplace ads, that word rare. I don't know. I guess maybe it's a good tagline for people searching. But still, that word rare just bugs me personally. We're looking at the pictures here, and just at first glance, I don't see anything rare. I don't see much at all. I do see some Bronze Age stuff and a little bit of Silver Age. I see down in the bottom right, there is a World's Finest 12-cent book. I'm just kind of looking through the pictures, and I don't see any keys. I don't see anything that jumps out. And then we'll look at the price, and the price is $100. So $100 for 40 comics. That is $4 per comic. $4 a book for what is shown here. I don't know. Let me know. What do you think? Down in the comments. Would you pay $4 a book for those books? I just feel like that price is still a little steep. Let's take a look at the description and see what that says. All right, so very vague, very straight to the point. 40 comics, mostly Marvel, some very rare. See pictures. Well, very rare. Please let me know if I'm missing something, because I would really love to hear your input. Let me know down in the comments. Is there anything rare in these pictures? That word just bugs me. I don't know. So, just another example here on Facebook Marketplace where the description is very vague. The price is a little high, and it's just a lot of stuff that you find, in dollar bins or, $3, $5 books, possibly a $10 to $15 book in there, maybe more. I'm looking through the pictures, but I just don't see anything that jumps out. I don't see any, actual key comics. Definitely no grails or anything like that. I mean, $100, of course, is not a lot. $4 a book is kind of average. So out of all the listings we looked at today, this is definitely the closest to fair market value, but still, I think it's a little high for, for 40 Bronze and Copper Age books. I don't know. Let me know what you think down below. All right, the last listing for today's video is Wolverine Comic Lot for $45. Looks to be 9 comics in the lot for $45, so you're looking at $5 per comic. I'm looking here in the picture. This is the only picture. There was no description in the listing, just the title and the price. And I don't see anything really worth $5. More of like a $2 to $3 comic lot, something like that. I don't know. Let me know what you think about this one. This one's not, crazy with the pricing, but just another listing that I saw that, it's close to fair market value, but $5 a book just seems a little bit much for just a couple Wolverine books, where I'm pretty sure I've found a majority of those in dollar bins before. Let me know what you think, but just very interesting, very strange pricing on these Facebook Marketplace listings. Some very outrageous, some a little bit closer to fair market value, but still, I just wanted to go through in today's video and kind of take a little dive into some of these listings. Let me know what you think about the listings in my area here. Are you seeing similar occurrences in your area? Do you even use Facebook Marketplace to find comics? I've had good luck finding some books and finding that huge collection that I bought, but sometimes, and the majority of the time, the prices are a little bit outrageous. So that's the video for today. I hope you enjoyed checking out this little dive into Facebook Marketplace, a little something different than I normally do here on the channel. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please smash that like button if you enjoyed what you saw. Subscribe to the channel so you can see more content just like this, and ring that notification bell so you can see when my next video comes out. And as always, folks, I'll see you on the next one.